It's food o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. The kettle is boiling, which means we're going to be taking a look at a Nongshim big bowl Kimchi Ramyun Noodle soup. There's a look at it. Let's get the lid off this bowl. So we better read the instructions as well, haven't we? Does it even say? Oh, I'm just gonna... Right, it's a noodle soup. So we got a line. You can see the line on the inside there. It's about there. We will get this open. Right, here we go. Oh, it's a powder rather than... I thought it might be kind of a bit of veg and stuff, but we'll have a look. It might be. Nope, just some powder. So, let's try not... Let's hold it on the edge. I wouldn't normally do it this way, but for video purposes, we'll do it this way. Right, we're up to the line. Normally it's about 3-4 minutes. So I'll come back, I'll put the lid on, let them steam, give them a mix, minutes or two's time, put the lid back on, and then we'll eat them in a few minutes. Back in a moment. Right, it's been about 5 minutes now. These noodles are looking really good. So I always put the lid on just to let them kind of cook in a little bit. There was veg and bits and pieces in here, but it was actually in the noodles, not in the packet. I don't know what that is. I've done this before and it's been like octopus or something. I bought a pot like this from Nongshim, same company, in Morrison's. This one's from Asda. And it had shrimp and stuff in it, and I was like, that's nice. Octopus and stuff like that. Right, let's try this. Oh god, this is spicy. I think that's a bit of cabbage. I'm happy with that. I can deal with that. I like cabbage. Oh, they're really quite spicy. Without pouring them everywhere. There's a look at them. You get a fair old weight of noodles here. I think they're about £1.50, £2 for this great big pot of noodles. Love it. They're nice and easy to make as well. I do love a pot noodle, but not just pot noodles, noodle pots from around the world. I love to try different ones. Oh, the spice on them is fantastic. Oh, really lovely spicy kick, but not overly done. Lovely. Asda are pretty good. They got a nice world food aisle in Asda, and that's where you'll find the Nigerian Guinness at about 8%, which is really nice. And you'll find all sorts of different foods from around the world that I love to try. I love to experience different foods from different cultures. It's like you say, you never know what you're going to get. Morrison's was Nongshim squid. It was squid and octopus noodles. Not for me, I must admit, not for me, but I tried them. This is noodles with cabbage and spice, and they're very nice. They're very nice. Mmm. They're first little sniffle with the spice. Always make my nose run a little bit. There's a bit of spice. Lovely and soft, nice and tasty. Noodles, wheat flour, potato starch, palm oil, seasoning, a couple of E numbers in there. Well, you're going to expect that. Green tea extract and colour. It doesn't say anything about the cabbage. I'm sure it's cabbage. Seasoning in the soy powder, soup powder, yeast, extract, mustard, sugars, spices and salt, red chili pepper. The flakes are Chinese cabbage. There we are. It's Chinese cabbage, garlic, red chili pepper and bok choy. Brilliant. I thought it was a bit of cabbage. It's lovely with the cabbage in. Let's find some more. It's all kind of stuck to the bottom, but it's definitely a nice big meal for one. Really going to fill you up. I think you get the drift by now what these are, so I'm going to rate them. I got into this whole ramen, not ramen, ramen. I got into this whole ramen noodle thing after watching an episode of The Grand Tour where Jeremy Clarkson and James May and the other one, Richard Hammond, were in a Korean noodle bar, and they had the chopsticks and they were served these noodles, but they were really spicy hot and you could see them all sweating, and I thought, oh, I'd love to have a go at them. So I started looking about the place. I went online. I've done the Samyang nuclear fire noodles. They were amazing. Done lots of the other spicy noodles. And whenever I see something different from Nongshim or whatever, I always pick them up and try them. I like them enough to give them an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.